So the next battle we have in this 3v3 round out team battle is going to be uh, Shadow CM using his brawlers taking on Gear Chronicle used by Pish, I think his name is. Oh, Pish. I'm gonna have to really watch my pronunciation of that word so I don't accidentally say piss or something. That's just the problem with some of these names. First ride is Photon Bomb Wyvern. If the damage is, if the opponent has 3 or more damage, it becomes a 10k booster. Really good to have, better that as a 10k booster since it also can work if you decide to stride. It's not Legion based. It's just based on your opponent's, and it's not based on your opponent's field either, it's just based on their damage. By the time you get to grade 3 and start trying to do that stuff, your opponent usually is going to have 3 damage. I say usually because there are those times where your opponent either is guarding heavy early and often or, just general bad luck. Rides Chatra in the Vanguard, his skill doesn't go off, so Pish no guards. Big Bang Knuckle Dragon in a drive check, so he has grade 3. Even in the event that he didn't have it before, he's got it now. 12k from that side. And that's Gearhound of Iron Fangs. If something goes to the bottom of the deck from Shadow's field, then that unit gains 5k. Shadow overguards it. I think I actually would have taken that and saved that guard for the Vanguard. $9k from the rear, only needs a 5k, doesn't guard it at all. And Shadow gets to ride grade 3 now. If he rides grade 3, he can't Legion, he can't Stride, he can't do anything but get Twin Drive. Brings out Big Bang Knuckle Buster and calls Slash Buster to the rear. Not sure why he called Mighty Bolt out other than being aggressive. No guards, Shadow's first attack. And the heal trigger, that's really good for Shadow. Chooses to bring out the Risei, and second check was a draw trigger, but he accidentally clicked the wrong side of the mouse. And now Slash Buster gains 3,000 because a Big Bang Vanguard just hit. Did he give it the extra 3,000? Well, it doesn't matter because it hit anyway, but... No, he didn't give it the extra 3,000. Divergence Dragon is the ride, and he strides. Epoch Maker. Divergence Dragon gives it an additional 5k power. So now his first attack is at the rear guard because it can't hit the Vanguard. It's also good to get Slash Buster out the way because when Shadow decides to Legion, that's going to become a really hazardous unit for Pish to deal with. Shadow decides to block it. He wants to keep that on the field. And I don't blame him in the least for it. Second attack is 12k, going for that rear again. Really wants that son of a bitch gone. No, he decides to go for the Vanguard. No, he decides to go for the rear guard. Shadow decides to take it. And he decides to perfect guard the Vanguard because if he doesn't, then he'll get a grade 3 onto the field. He'll also get the critical trigger. So yeah, really good guard. So now Shadow CM has the choice of either doing a stride or doing a legion. In his situation, it will have pretty much the exact same effect either one way or the other. Decides to go for the stride. If I was him, I actually would have done Legion and done the skill just to get Big Bang Knuckle Dragon into the soul and have 13k defense for the rest of this. But if he wants to triple drive check instead, it's not exactly a bad thing. So now, Big Bang Knuckle Turbo, with its skill, he gets to Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1, and flip up a face down card in his G zone. If he does all of these things, because he has a Big Bang Knuckle in his heart, he gets the ability to attack 3 units for every heart he has. Since he only has 1, that means he gets 3 attacks. So for example, if he wants to attack all of the front row, or if he just wants these 2 units that power up from stuff going to the bottom of the deck and the Vanguard. And it also gains 5k per turbo on the field. First check is critical trigger. Gives the critical to the Vanguard, I'm guessing. Yep, and power went to Arc. Another critical trigger. More power for Arc. And more criticals for Vanguard. And a third is Mighty Bolt. Heals one of the damage. Arc doesn't get power because his Vanguard isn't in Legion. So it's 24k to 21k. Which is blocked. The double critical trigger make it so Shadow's choice was a good one. Because shuffling the deck he wouldn't have gotten that. I still think the 13k defense would have been good though. Well, now he has to deal with Ragnarok. But he only has 2 damage, so he can afford the hit from it. Ragnarok's ability, he can counterblast 1, flip over Ragnarok, and it'll be 2 critical, and Shadow CM can't guard with grade 0. So the double critical trigger he drove check doesn't mean anything. Like I said before, he did get, he is only at 2 damage right now, so he can't afford to take this. And he is going to take this. Critical trigger, only 1 though, so Shadow is going to be at 5 damage, but it doesn't end the game by any means. Speaking of critical triggers, so now Arc is getting sent to the bottom. To the bottom, not to the drop zone. Did Shadow CM have a chance to guard? I think he assumed that. He was attacking that unit. Why didn't Shadow CM guard? He got 2 critical triggers in the last check. Okay, good game. Moving on to the next one.